Hello, welcome to Zoe's Treasures. My name's Tracy, and I'm here with my husband, Noel. He's always in the back manning our cameras. Today is our primitive salvage ironstone show. We do these about every 4 to 6 weeks. Whenever I collect enough stuff where I feel like I can do a decent show for y'all. So here we are, primitive ironstone and salvage. As usual, there's a coupon in the show notes. So if you have not used that coupon yet this month, go ahead and get that into your wallet. Remember, if you have coupons from hitting our levels, to get those in your wallet so you can use them throughout the day. And we're going to go ahead and get started. The bin is full. If there's a pre-bid that I missed, just holler it out. I will be checking. I know we have a couple and we'll get to them pretty soon. And if there's anything you want to see, always happy to show you. So let's go ahead and switch to the other camera and jump right into our very first item. So up first is a damper. This is a 7-inch damper. This one, we love to call them metal spindles. They're so cool to do some crafts with. So it's just a rusty, crusty damper. You can hang them on the wall. You can make crafts out of them. They are super fun. We're going to run it for $3. I like to do 15 seconds, and that is up and going. We do have some other sizes of these. If it's something you're interested in, we'll bring up some other sizes in a little bit. All right, thanks for looking at that one. So unless I hear otherwise, I'm just working my way straight down the list. So up next, we have this little piece of ironstone. So dainty and so beautiful. Love the red and white ironstone. Just gives it a little pop of color in with all the rest of your collection there. This is J&G Meakin out of England. No chips or cracks, but there's a little stain. Oh, nope, it's not a stain. Wiped right off. So no chips or cracks on this guy. Just a cute little piece to add a pop of color. And we're actually going to run that for $1. And that is up and going. We have a whole mix of different ironstone today. So hopefully there's a little bit of something for everybody. All right, thanks for looking at that. We'll be taking apart my backdrop here as we go throughout the day. I have another type of ironstone here. This one is just a single plate, but it's the blue and white, so it is absolutely gorgeous. This is Enoch Wedgwood, and it's the royal blue 10-inch plate. No chips or cracks, beautiful swirl design with that blue and white on there, and then you can see the back of it where it says royal blue ironstone, and I'm knocking this over. We're going to go ahead and run this. I only have one of these plates left. I did have quite a few at one point in time, but we are down to this last one. It's another one would look really pretty popped up behind some of your Crocs. Thanks for looking at that. Let's see here. Next up, we have a couple of ironstone coffee cups. Now, I have a few different styles of ironstone coffee cups. I love these stacked up on top of each other. So these ones happen to be Adams ironstone. Let me just make sure that that is correct since I have so many. Yep, this is Adams ironstone. And I think they look so pretty when you stack them up like that. There are no chips or cracks. You get 2 of them for $5, and those are up and going. I do put measurements in almost all of my descriptions, so in case you are looking for a certain measurement on something. Thanks for looking at that. All right, this next piece is super unique, but this is really fun. So I'm sure all of you have heard about using broken china as decor. This one is really cool. So I took a bunch of pieces of some old china. I didn't break up anything good. It was stuff that couldn't be used for other purposes, and filled up this jar. And I just think it gives it such a fun, unique piece of decor to put in maybe your china cabinet or something else. And we're going to run that whole thing for $5. And it has all kinds of different pieces in there, even some redware. All right, thanks for looking at that one. Up next, we have an ironstone coffee pot. Love a coffee pot. This one has been upcycled a bit here with a beautiful transfer on there. Somewhat Christmassy, but I think it can fit into other times of the year just because of the lighter colors and the greens in there. But it is a beautiful ironstone coffee pot. If you don't want the design, you can always turn it over. It does not have a lid, so it'd be perfect to put a bouquet of flowers or something out of. This is Royal Ironstone China. It's Johnson Brothers. And we're going to run that for $7. Hope you guys are having a great weekend. We are been up since early this morning. I am starting to get back into my training plan to run, and so we're trying to do a little bit more early mornings. All right, 671 and 675, absolutely. We'll do those two next. Let's take a look at this little ironstone piece. And while this is running, I'll pull out those other numbers. So this is an English ironstone cup. Another red and white. This is a bit thicker. This is a kind of like feels like that true ironstone. So you have your made in England on the bottom. And it says ironstone England. I cannot read the other word, but it is ironstone England. No chips or cracks. Love the coloring on that. Very dainty. Like it's a heavy piece, but it has such a dainty pattern. And that's going to run for $5. Thanks for looking at that one. All right, we're going to go to those requests. So the first one was 671, which is this ironstone pitcher. This one does have a pre-bid. This is stunning. This is a smaller size pitcher or creamer. I think it's too big for a creamer, so we went with pitcher. It is absolutely beautiful. There is a little bit of staining on there. It is, you have your mark on the bottom. Not too sure who makes it. I can't make out, it says E or something. But it is ironstone. It is absolutely beautiful. Let me show you the inside of it there. Classic ironstone. And that is up and running. And thanks for your bids. And Magster, that's going to you. Thank you so much for your purchase there. 675 was next. And that is this. And Magster's unlocked the bronze level.
Welcome to bronze level.
All right, so 675 is this stained up, crazed up, gorgeous Enoch Wedgwood ironstone plate. It is 7.5 inches, so it's more like that bread and butter size plate. We have cracks. We have crazing galore. The staining is absolutely gorgeous on this piece. It is the Wedgwood out of England with that unicorn design on there. More crazing on the back. Beautifully stained. The age on this is stunning. That's going to go. That is up and running. Thanks for your bid. And Magster, that's going to you. Thank you so much. Those two pieces will actually look very good together. All right, we have another cup and saucer. This is Johnson Brothers. I have 6 of these, but we're going to do them individually. So we'll just do one and see if let me make sure I'm getting the right one, because it doesn't say I have 6, but I'm really sure I have 6. Okay, I do. I'm just going to have to edit this. Let me put it here so you can take a look at it. So I have 6 of these guys here. Let me just edit this number. And they are beautiful. So they are fully functional coffee cups. No chips or cracks, but there is crazing along the inside. I don't know if you can see it, but there is crazing around that cup. You can see it on the outside here. It says made in England on the bottom. I love the little beaded look. It just gives it a little oomph. And look at that handle. Just gorgeous shape. Then you also get the saucer. And it is Johnson Brothers. And the saucer has that gorgeous beading too. So we're actually going to run that for $3. So you get that little set for $3. Thanks for looking at that one. All right, this is so cool. This is probably my favorite piece today. This at one point was a fully functional coffee grinder. It does not work as a coffee grinder anymore, so it is more for decor purposes. And I say that because when you turn the handle, it's not like catching and spinning anything down here. So I know it's not functional. It opens at one point. You would have put your coffee beans in there, and it would have ground them into the little drawer down here. So the pieces are there. It's just not functional. Gorgeous though, nice wood base, cast iron at the top. It's in great condition. Besides it not functioning, the actual appearance of it is very beautiful. You see the bottom. One point there's felt is kind of wore off. We're going to run that for $12, and that is up and going. Welcome in. If you're just joining, there's a coupon in the show notes. Bin is full. Always happy to take requests. Thanks for looking at that one. So I have come across so many little clear glass bottles, just come into a bunch of them, and I always try to find fun ways to display them and sell them. So today we have a basic brown basket. Nothing special about the basket. It's just a basic basket. But it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 clear bottles of varying ages, varying sizes. So we got some really tiny little guys down here. We have 2 of them, 2 different tiny ones, all different sizes, different uses, different ages on the bottles. But we're going to sell that whole set for $5, and that's up and going. Thanks for looking at that. All right, we have another one. This one has different size bottles. So let me go ahead and bring this one out. We'll put this guy back up here. This one is a divided basket, but I'm going to show you the call out here. So this basket is just a little loose right there. This is a divided basket. So you have it's divided 1, 2, 3, 4 little sections. We have all kinds of different bottles, from an old milk bottle from York County to just kind of, this is like a bluish tint one, Freeport, Illinois. And then we've got a couple little guys down here. So just a bunch of different bottles in a nice divided basket. And we're going to sell that for $5. Welcome in if you're just joining. I think it's time to do our first giveaway of the day. So as soon as this is done running, I'll show you what that is. All right. So our first giveaway today is an emotional support duck. Any cast iron? I do not have cast iron trucks or cars, but thank you for asking. So our first giveaway today is going to be this emotional support duck. But what's really cool about at Zoe's Treasures is when you win a giveaway, you also get to tell me what you want me to run for 25% off. No obligation for you to buy it. You just get to the honor of picking it. So that giveaway is up and going. You don't need to follow me or anything. You just need to click enter. All right. So let's go to our next one. What is our next item here? How about some spools? All right, I have a old ball jar here. It is a ball jar with the bluish tint. It's that nice size. How tall is it? 7-inch tall jar. No chips or cracks. The top, maybe a little flea bites along the top of this jar, but it's still a great jar to use for something. And I have filled it up with wooden spools of various shapes and sizes. Some have thread, some do not. And you get that whole thing. That is up and running. No lid with this one. And thanks for looking. We have another various take on our on jars here. So let me just make sure that I'm grabbing the right one. So this one here, this is another ball jar, wide mouth ball jar, no chips or cracks, no flea bites on this guy. And what I did is filled it up with a bunch of little minis or smalls, just a whole variety. Couldn't tell you exactly what's in there. It is just a mix of different types of minis and smalls. So we got a little bust in there. There's a little reindeer. There's a tiny little one of those little wades, an old medal. So all kinds of little smalls and minis in there. Let me find the right one. Here we go. And we're going to run that for $5. Thanks for looking at that one. All right, we have some metal salvage. Love me some metal salvage. I always try to include some in my primitive shows. These are old railroad spikes. They are 3 of them. They are rusty and crusty. I thought they'd be great to add to an Easter decor. I know they're railroad spikes, but I think that kind of just the look of them would be a great part of your Easter decor, especially if you do the rusty crusty. So you get all 5 for $3. Or all 3 for $5. I said that backwards. Thanks for your bid. And Shelly, that's going to you. Thank you so much. I do have a lot of primitive in my bin that I didn't pull into the show, so take a look at that. You are very welcome. I appreciate you being here. All right, this is a cool piece. This is a wood salvage piece. I have no idea what this was used for. It's missing, so you see it has like these 3 things around here. So this little one's missing, but I think it just kind of adds to it. You see the rough wood here. It was a part of something. I don't know what it was a part of. Maybe a lamp, maybe a piece of furniture. I think it is stunning. You can use it as a little riser, maybe put a candle on there, pop it in with something else. You can set it up like this to display it. I love the little engraving on the front. That's going for $5. That is about 7.5 by 7 inches. Thanks for your bid. And Shelly, that's going to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, up next is a paper box. And Shelly, you've unlocked the bronze tier. All right, so this is a paper box. But when I say paper, it's not like flimsy. It's pretty sturdy. It's like a thicker paper box. It has some wonderful age to it. It's so gorgeous. It has little dings and scratches, little watermark there. And then the box part, it slides out. Kind of so you can open up and you can put something in there. There's a little brass handle on here. You can see that somebody had a label at one point. You can use it as a riser, use it as storage. I thought it was so cute. And that is up and going. Oh, they held photos. Is that what they were for? Oh, cool. I didn't know that. That is cool. I found it at an antique store and I'm like, oh, I like this. Thanks for letting me know that. All right. Next up we have a winner. LTT Fritz, you have won our emotional support duck. And even better, You get to pick any item from the bin or the auction list. I will run it for 25% off. No obligation to buy. We're just going to put a good deal out there for folks. And you've got 5 minutes. All right. We have a basket. And whenever you pick that number, just throw it in the chat. We'll be watching. Oh, you're fast. Okay. 669. Let me go ahead and we'll do the basket, and then I'll pull up whatever 669 is. So this is a really cool basket. This is a 2018 workshops by Gerald Hen. So I know you've heard of the Hen pottery. I'm pretty sure this is the same company. It is marked right there. The basket is in perfect shape. It is numbered and signed on the back. It is like a tobacco basket. You do have leather handles, a couple little scratches on the handles, but they're still intact. And we're going to go ahead and run that basket. All right, we're going to put it this way. And I'm going to go look for 669 while we're doing this. Oh, that one's pretty, yes. All right, this is 669. I'm gonna have to do some math here. Well, 25% off, that's easy. Let's see, we'll do $77. So that's 30% off, so we'll do even better. This one is gorgeous. So this is an antique blue and white pitcher. It is stained and crazed like galore. And I just love this pattern. Now, I have looked this up and I tried to research as much as I could. I am 99.9% sure it's antique, but I could not identify the pattern. So there are some little chippy here. So there's some age on here that you can tell just, but not bad chipping or cracking. You got a little bit of cracking on the bottom. I can't feel it, but you can definitely see those lines. And it is just gorgeous. These blue hues to it. Let me show you the inside. The inside is super stained up. Tons of crazing. And we're going to go ahead and run that at 30% off as our flash sale. So let me start it at $7, and that is up and going. Thanks for your bid. And LTT Fritz, thank you. Yeah, that is going to you. This is so gorgeous. All right, where were we? What do we have going on next here? We have a really cool box we'll get to in just a minute. Let's do some more salvage pieces. This is a fun one. So I filled this basket up with horseshoes and a couple other metal pieces, and I thought it looked so cool kind of all together. So you have a brown basket, just really pretty kind of design around it. The basket's in great shape. And inside you get all these rusty, crusty horseshoes that are just so fun to decorate with. You get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 horseshoes. We have this old metal, rusty, crusty weight. I'm pretty sure it's cast iron. And a little metal piece here. So it just kind of gives it this softer basket look with the hard metal. Nice contrast. And that's up and running for $5. Thanks for looking at that. I have another take on some salvage here, and this is probably one of the ones I like the most. So we put some of these salvage pieces inside a creamer, and the contrast between the delicate porcelain and the hard salvage pieces, I love that look to it. So we have just miscellaneous, a lot of these little, I think they're like a ceramic door stopper, some other little metal pieces in here. Inside a Homer Laughlin creamer. Now the creamer does have a little chip, but I think that's forgivable once you mix it with the salvage. And it's just so pretty. So you get the delicateness with the hard salvage. And that's up and running. $6.74, absolutely. Thanks for your bid. And And Nana's Country, that's going to you.
Thank
And
you.
Shelly, I will get to those numbers too. Thank you so much for the request. So let's do 674 was the next one requested. That is this little brown cup here. So 674. This is a stained up, crazed up ironstone coffee cup. Yeah, Johnson Brothers. It has the brown and white, and the outside looks pretty normal. The little dingy there, but the inside is super stained, which I just think it's so gorgeous. I would actually display it like that so you can see that staining on the inside. And that's up and running for just $1. Thanks for your bid. And LTT Fritz, that's going to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, the next one was 548. That's this coffee grinder. Now, I showed this just a little bit ago, so I just want to make sure that I'm saying it out loud to everybody so you know for sure before you bid. It does not grind. It is more for decorational purposes. At one time, it did work. You'll put your beans in there, and we'll grind out into the little drawer here. Drawer's all intact, but it doesn't grind. It doesn't engage. So something broke in there somewhere where it does not grind. But it is a great decor piece, or maybe you're handy and know how to fix it. Well, we're going to go ahead and give that a go. Thanks for your bid. And Shelly, that's going to you. This is so cool.
Thank you.
I have hanging on my wall a late 1800s cast iron coffee grinder. I'm in love with it. All right, 685 is next. That was the other request. This is the sad iron. The typical sad iron. I love the shape of this handle. And have you noticed like the shape of the handles vary a lot, which I think is kind of cool. Nice and heavy. So really cool sad iron. These make great door stops. They also make great home security systems. Keep that next to your bed, and you can chuck it at somebody if they come in. I probably couldn't lift it to throw it enough. I don't know, but it's a good workout. Thanks for looking at that one. All right. Let's see. What else do we have here? We do have some pre-bids, so let me go ahead and slip on over to those. So we are going to do this pitcher here. This is a stoneware pitcher. It is a brown stoneware pitcher. We have a few little dings. There's no really like chips or cracks, but you have like it's like a flea bite here. You can tell like the glaze has been chipped off. There's a little ding here, but that's glazed over. And up here, again, the glaze has been kind of like rubbed off, but it's not like a real chip. It is beautiful. Nice piece of pottery. And that is up and running. Thanks for the pre-bid. And CLM Farm, that is going to you. Thank you so much. Okay. We had another pre-bid on this guy here. Oh, he is awesome. So this is he's pretty heavy, so please double check the shipping on this. I'm not sure what it's going to show up at. I did just put the weight in, exactly what it weighed. He is 17 inches tall, cast iron. It is not vintage, this is newer, but it's made to look vintage, and I love him. I actually got 2 of these at an auction, and I put one in my house. I have one by my front door. He has this nice little stand. It's supposed to hold like business cards or something, but you could put keys, candy, anything, decor in there. He is just so cute. He's a type of bunny you can leave out all year long. He's a nice heavy piece, so he will ship alone. I wouldn't dare pack something in with him. Thanks for your pre-bid on that. And Monica, thank you so much. That is going to you. This is such a cool piece. Like I said, I have one and I love it. It's right by my front door. And you have unlocked bronze.
Welcome to bronze level.
All right, we are going to go ahead and do this box. We're going to tear apart my my backdrop here, but this box is to die for. So let me move some stuff out of the way here. All of this stuff was on the auction list. We'll get to it eventually, but this box is too cool. So this is an old corned beef box. I'm going to have to hold it up. You're not going to be able to see it so good there. But this is an old corned beef box. Perfect for a riser. It says Anglo, A-N-G-L-O on one side. It says it on the edges there. Let's turn around and show you this side. Love the print. And then this one has some red on there too. It says the corned beef. Let me show you the inside. We are missing a little slat on that side. You can see there's a slat missing there. It is, look at those rusty nails holding it together. This is absolutely stunning. This is so beautiful. Let me go ahead and get that going. And that is up and running for $12. I just love this. My favorite side is this side with the red writing. I think that is so cool. And you can turn it like this. This is how I had it. You can decorate the inside and use the top for a riser. All right, thanks for looking at that. We're going to throw it back over here and we'll just add some more decor to it as we go back along. If there's anything you guys want to see, let me know. So I have another salvage basket here. This is actually not a basket, a bowl. So it's another Homer Laughlin porcelain bowl filled with all kinds of salvage. We have a doorknob, we have little metal pieces, pieces of locks, pieces of a pipe, hooks, all kinds of metal salvage. It's all filled up. It is a Homer Laughlin bowl. The bowl is a little bit chippy. And that's going for $5. If you are just joining, there's a coupon in the show notes, and the bin is full. And feel free to call out anything you may want to see. So we have a little, I like to call this a wishing well basket. I do not know why, but it makes me think of a wishing well. There's a little wooden basket, handle on it, and inside we put some lock pieces. So we have a little hinge, we have a rusty, crusty lock, we have a lock with a couple of keys, and then we have a little metal pulley. So it's just kind of a fun little metal collection going on in there. And that's going to run for $5 up and going. Thanks for looking at that. Let's look at a unique piece of ironstone. If this is something you like, I have the whole collection, but I only pulled in one piece for the show, but I do have the whole vanity set of this. This is an antique chamber pot. It is ironstone, and it's beautiful green color, so perfect for this springy kind of look. So we have the chamber pot lid, and let's see, nope, still in piece. No chips or cracks, lots of crazing on there. It is beautiful. Look at that floral on there. And then we have the actual chamber pot itself. Whoever thought chamber pots would be so cool, huh? So it's Anchor Pottery, it says on the bottom. It is, like I said, an ironstone piece. It is absolutely stunning. There is some paint wear, but it's old. That would be to be expected. Some staining on the inside and definitely some crazing. These look so great if you fill them up with books or just display it like that. And that's going for $12. Thanks for looking at that. I have quite a few book stacks in my auction tab today. So we'll take a look at this first one. And book stacks are just so much fun. They're just so versatile. They're risers, they're decor. This one is 2 blue books. They are from 1955 and 1944. I just tied them together with some string. And the books are A Woman's World, and that's from 1944. And the other book is The Meadowbrook Girls from 1914. Oh, hold on, let's make sure I got the right one. 555, absolutely. I think maybe I just wrote the wrong dates on here. But this is correct. So this is The Meadowbrook Girls. The Meadowbrook Girls was 1914. So you get these 2 books. They look great, very old. We're going to run that for $6, up and going. All right, thanks for looking at that. All right, we're going to go ahead and run this box again. So it's this box that's back here. This is 555. Let me just show it to you so make sure you can see it here. So it says Anglo corned beef on there. I think I put the sizes in the description so you can kind of check out those sizes. It is beautiful. It's all held together by these old rusty nails, which is just stunning. I think it's missing a slat here, so you can kind of see that one. And I'm going to go ahead and run that. And that is up and going. This is my favorite side. I like the one with the red writing. That's my favorite part. Thanks for your bid. And you can have it like this. You can use it as a riser. Turn it this way. Do it like this. There's all different things you can do. And Nana's Country, thank you so much. That's going to you. And Nana's Country has unlocked the bronze tier.
Welcome to bronze level.
Right. I'm going to have to stick something back there. I've tore apart my backdrop, but that's okay. That's what it was there for. Let's see. What do we have next that I have not shown you? I got quite a few pieces here. Let's do some ironstone. Actually, before we do ironstone, let's do this little piece here. This is a crock lid. So it's just the lid of a crock. A little bit chippy on the edges, but it's cool to like kind of add in. You can set it up, kind of set it up this way. You see it's just an old crock lid. You put it in with your displays. We're going to run that for just $1. And that one's going now. Thanks for looking at that. Do we have anybody who loves McCoy pottery? I have a McCoy butter dish here that is beautiful. I got so excited when I saw this at the antique store. I just had to pick it up. So this is a McCoy butter dish in perfect condition. It's not heavily glazed. It is just absolutely stunning in the browns. And you've got the spotted look at the bottom. You do have that McCoy on the back. 7013 for McCoy collectors. A little bit of flea bites around the bottom here where it would sit on the table or whatever, to be expected. And that is going now. Thanks for looking at that one. I'm just going to leave that back here. All right. We have a set of nesting little wooden boxes here. I'm going to open it up and show you all three. Just want to get it pinned really quick here. So you get 3 of them. All 3 have the same picture on it of this little girl. It looks like this antique girl with some flowers and a little cup there. I don't know what this is. There's some discoloring here, but it's not broke. So you have one box. And then you have this one. Same discoloring here. I think it's just how they joined them together. It is that very thin wood. And then you have box number 3. So we're going to go ahead and run that. And while that's running, I'll kind of put them back together for you there. but you get all three. You can separate them, use them in different parts of the home. Thanks for looking at that. All right, let's see here. I think this is bothering me. I always have to have something back in the background, so we're just going to throw that back there. All right, what is next? Let's see here. I have a very stained up bowl that is so pretty. This one is not ironstone, but I love the flowers and the staining on this one. So if you like primitive, this might be one that you find appealing because it has these really pretty flowers. So it's like visually nice to look at, but at the same time, it has all of this crazing and staining going on. So at one point it was white and now it has that beautiful dark staining. Look at the inside. We do have a crack line going right down there. Little chippy right there, but it just kind of goes with that overall look. It is made in Japan. Very primitive look, $5. Thanks for looking at that one. Let's switch over and do some of this ironstone that I have listed here. I do kind of try to hoard my ironstone just for these shows. So we have a Johnson Brothers gravy boat. And perfect condition. Love the little detail going around there. It's very, very faint. So I don't know if you can see it, but it does say Johnson Brothers made in England on the bottom. And it is in great shape. I don't think it was ever actually used. If it was used, it was cleaned up right away. No chips or cracks, no staining. That's going for $6. Thanks for looking at that one. I have some ironstone bone dishes. I like these because I just think the shape of the bone dishes are so fun. I have 4 of them available, and we'll just do one at a time if there's interest here. These are so pretty. There is paint wear along the gold edge, but they have this really nice little decor kind of going right around the edge there. No chips or cracks, just some crazing and some paint wear. And that's going to run for just $3. Thanks for looking at that. Let's look at a different type of ironstone instead of just the white here, which I think the white is absolutely gorgeous. But let's look at some ironstone that's a tad bit more modern. So this is Salem Autumn Leaves pattern. These are 2 ironstone plates, and I'll pick it up and show you here in just a second. So I have 2 plates and 2 different serving trays in this pattern in the auction tab today. So no chips or cracks. You have your beautiful florals there, or leaves. And this is the Autumn Leaf Salem American Ironstone. So you get both of those plates. They are very good sized plates. I think I put in the measurements, 10-inch diameter. You know what? We're going to just do this. There you go. And you get both of them for $5. Just a little bit different look for the ironstone. All right, thanks for looking at those. These scales come in all different colors and designs. I really like this one. And let's see, whatnot's being whatnotty. Hold on, can't get to the list again. Always on Saturday and Sunday, I have trouble getting the list, gets funky on me. All right, but we have this scale. This is an old nursery scale. It has the yellow in color. You can see it has some wear and tear on here, some scrapes on here a bit. It's kind of rusty on the inside. You got your cute little pictures of the babies. It does work, but won't vouch for any type of accuracy. We do have, actually, we have 1, 2, 3 cameras. We have 3 cameras set up. So we have the one that I'm facing. We have one facing our table with our lights, and then we have one from above, just to try to make sure that you guys are seeing all the angles of the products. All right, so we have this scale, rusty crusty, yellow scale. It's an old nursery one. Pretty cool. These are fun to just add into your primitive decor. Thank you so much. That is all my husband. He knows how to do all of that, and I'm just along for the ride. And that is up and running. Thanks for looking at that. All right, we're going to do some metal salvage pieces here that are really neat. So we have 2 of these old metal brackets. They do not match, but they're pretty neat. Let me find them in my list, and we're going to go ahead and run those. We'll get both of them if I can ever find them. Here they go. So you get both of these metal brackets. They're I'm pretty sure they're cast iron. 2 different designs. And those are up and going. This one's about 5 inches, like in the longest part, and that's about 6.5. Thanks for looking at that. I have an old metal lamp piece. These are really fun to put a cloche. If you can find a glass cloche to put on top of this, that's pretty cool. They look good like that. And it's just a cast iron old piece to a lamp. So it's a salvage piece that we will get going in just a second here. All right, that is up and going. And we'll actually drop the price down on that. We'll run that for $3. Thanks for your bid. I put it for 30 seconds. That's such a long time. And what not auction time, so I do apologize. We will get that fixed. I like 15 seconds. That's kind of, to me, 15 is the sweet spot. And Nana's Country Creations, that's going to you. Thank you so much. All right, so up next, for 15 seconds, we have the metal damper. It is also what we like to refer to as a metal spindle. So much fun. You can hang them up. You can use them in your vignettes. This is a 9-inch spindle size. I do have 2 of the 9 inches. So we'll run this one first. I also have a couple other sizes. I have a 7 inches today and a 10-inch one today. They're great for crafting. Thanks for looking at that. Let's take a look at one of these ironstone plates. These plates, I couldn't date exactly, but they do have somewhat of a bluish tint to them. They are ironstone, and from what I was reading, when they have that little bit of a bluish tint, it's a little bit older of a plate. So they are pearl ironstone, Ford and Channelenor. They're 9 3/4 inch wide, and we'll turn it over here. So I don't know if you can kind of see this blue around the edges. So all of the plates that I have a little bit of this blue tint around the edge to them. Tons of crazy, a little bit of staining. They have a really pretty design. Here is the back where it says Pearl Ironstone China, the Ford Shen, whatever the word is. So you can see. I do have a feeling that these are a little bit older, like maybe late 1800s. I was trying to research it. I have an ironstone book I was trying to find these in. but I couldn't get too much detail on them. So we're going to run one of those for $5, and that is up and going. Thanks for looking at that. I have a different type of ironstone plate. This one is it's like chippy, stained, lots of crazing on it. So we have this one here. This is nice and heavy. That is like just classic ironstone there. This is J. Muir and Son ironstone. You can see we have staining and crazing going on throughout. There is this little crack line going on here. Beautiful pattern. And we have a chippy back here. And it says the Ironstone China, J. Muir and Sons. Now, I was able to find this mark here, this diamond mark, and that is an older mark. We're going to run that for $5. And that's going now. If there's anything you guys want to see, just let me know. If not, I'm just going to kind of go back and start working back down through the list. I have an ironstone coffee pot here that has been upcycled. Not by me. I bought it this way because I thought it was pretty. So there's no lid to it, which just makes it perfect to use as a vase, or even put like wood utensils coming out of it will look really cool. We have a transfer that got put on here. Nice, really pretty neutral colored flowers. There's no chips or cracks on this ironstone. There is some crazing. It is Johnson Brothers. And that's going to run for $7. Thanks for your bid. And LTT Fritz, that's going to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We have a really pretty red and white coffee and saucer set, coffee cup and saucer set, or coffee mug. And I just love the feel of this. I know this sounds weird, but have you ever picked up a piece of ironstone, and because of the look of it, it's like, oh, it's soft. It's not really soft. It's hard ironstone, but it has a soft look to it. That's what this reminds me of. No chips are, oh, there is a chip, sorry. There's a little chip there. I got to fix my listing if I said no chips. Did I put beautiful? I'm going to need to fix that. There is a little chippy right here. I just saw it, so I will fix that listing. Still beautiful red and white piece. And you've got this beautiful saucer, and it says the Ironstone something England on the back of it. We're going to go ahead and run that. I am going to drop the price because I just found that little chippy on there. So let's drop that down to $3, and that is up and running. Thanks for your bid. And LTT Fritz, that's going to you. Thank you so much. I haven't shown this one yet. This one's fun, I think. I love to put anything like in bowls and baskets, and just to kind of make things a little bit different. So here we have a really pretty oblong, like oval-shaped glass bowl. This bowl is in perfect condition. Let's see if I can do this without spilling. You've got some nice little feet on the bottom there. And it is just filled with all kinds of spools, all these little wooden spools. So some have thread, some don't. They're all different sizes, different ages, different colorings to them. So it's just filled up. Fun little piece. We're going to run that for $5. Thanks for looking at that. So I showed a jar earlier, and this is, thanks for the saying you love the heart. All my husband's doing.
Thank you.
I showed a jar earlier. This one's a little bit different. This is a blue tint ball jar. So it's an older ball jar. We have the ball down here, mason. There is flea bites around the top of the jar here. No chips or cracks, but you can feel a little roughness. No lid. But I filled it up with just a whole little multitude of all kinds of little smalls and minis. There's a Hagen Renneker down there. There's a little salt shaker, a cup, like little pieces of a porcelain tea set, little tin, just all kinds of miscellaneous smalls and minis. Like a little jar of surprise going on. And that's up and running for just $5. Thanks for looking at that one. We have a basket that's a really nice basket here. So this is one of the tobacco baskets. I keep wanting to say tobacco baskets. It is it's dated 2018 by the Workshops of Gerald Hen, which is the pottery maker. And it has leather handles. It has the Gerald, I can't say his name, stamp here. And then it's signed and dated on the back right here. It's signed and dated. And it has the nice little metal nails in there. Like I said, the leather handles, a couple little scratches on the leather handles. It's had some pre-love, but overall in great shape. We're going to run that for $7, and that's up and going. Thanks for looking at that one. All right, so I have one of my favorite things to do is to put salvage inside a Longenberger basket. I don't know why. I get a kick out of it. Something about the expensiveness of the basket filled with salvage I think is kind of cool. So this is let me get this little handle out, Longenberger basket that I filled up with a bunch of kind of cool salvagey stuff. I will show you what that is. So we have 2 restaurant plates, like saucers, no chips or cracks on those. They're like little restaurant ware, nice and thick. Some metal pieces, 2 metal horseshoes, an old metal tin. You get this really cool piece from a lamp. So you get this really old lamp arm. And it is in a Longenberger basket that is in great shape. The Longenberger is signed on the bottom. And you get the whole thing for $5. If there's anything you guys want to see, let me know. Thanks for looking at that. Let me fix my whatnot list again. We have some ironstone here. We have a set of 4 bowls. And they are really nice bowls here. They have the swirl on them. I'm trying to find my listing. They are Johnson Brothers. That's the Regency. Pattern is Regency. I am guessing vintage. Let's see. It was dated 2/18, so not quite vintage. Well, it says 2/18, so I'm guessing it's 2018. But down here, so we have 218 TS, number 937, and then we have AN 98 here. So I don't know if they was on 218 or 98. Not sure. And then we have the stamp there. So we'll just kind of stick it in the background. If you're interested, let me know. I'm happy to run it again. I'll probably end up running it again anyways. In the meantime, we have these 4 ironstone bowls. They are like cereal bowl size. I love the swirl. I just think that is so pretty. It does say Johnson Brothers, made in England, ironstone on the back of them. And you get all 4. I'm just kind of checking over and making sure no chips or cracks, just to make sure, because I am human and can miss things sometimes. Nope, just some crazing on them. And we're going to run all 4 of those bowls for just $10. And they're going now. thanks for looking at that. Let's take a look at this other little basket I had here. So this one is a little basket of glass bottles. And I love putting the glass bottles. I have so many of these bottles. Came across so many glass bottles. And so I try to find unique ways to kind of put them together and sell them. So this one is just a basic brown little basket. There's nothing special or fancy about it, just a little basket. But you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bottles, various shapes and sizes. My favorite is this little guy down here. Some of the bottles are stained up, dirty. This one has a cork at the bottom of it. They're all different ages, levels of use, levels of staining. And we're going to run that for $5. We are getting close to last call. So if there's anything you want to see, let me know. All right, let's do this guy again. This is a really neat paper box, but it's nice and sturdy. And I found out, Shelly, was it Shelly Shelly told me that these used to hold photographs. So I learned something new today. So this is an old photograph box. It is paper, and I love how like you can see the old use of it. There's a little bit of scratches. Somebody had a label, little tiny brass handle. You have a little bit of metal on there. It does open up to a box all the way. And so this one has a little watermark. I mean, I just think it's cool. It shows its age. It is sturdy enough. If you put something somewhat light on the top of it, you can use it as a riser. I wouldn't stack a bunch of ironstone on it, but we're going to do probably about 3 more things. Thanks for looking at that. All right, we are going to do a 7-inch damper just so you can see the smaller size. Let me go ahead and pin this. These are so fun for decor. So, but in the back is a 9-inch, and then this is a 7-inch. So it's a little metal spindle or a old stove damper. You can hang them up. They're great for decor, especially if you start to get the different sizes and make like a little collage out of them on the wall. You can craft with them, put them into vignettes. And again, that is for the 7-inch. And when they say 7-inch, you're talking about diameter of that circle. Thanks for looking at that. Let's take a look at this chamber pot. I just have to laugh to myself. Every time I show a chamber pot, I have sold quite a few chamber pots in my time on Whatnot so far. And whoever would have thought that chamber pots were a thing? Do you think like someday in the future, like they're going to be so like futuristic that toilets are going to be like this thing, and they're going to be like, look at this large porcelain vessel. Anyways, we have a chamber pot. Beautiful ironstone. It is nice and heavy. No big chips or cracks. There is crazing. There's a little bit of paint wear going on, which would be expected. It is stunning. There is staining to it. Let me show you around the outside of this one. It is just beautiful. I love the green. We've got that anchor pottery down here. I can't read the other bottom part. And we have some staining on the inside. Now, this is part of a larger vanity set. I do have every piece of that vanity set. I think this was like an 8-piece set. But some of them are kind of too big to ship on Whatnot. So we're going to start with this guy. That is up and running. All right. With that, let's see. Let me do one more. Let me run one more thing so while we're running, I can see who else is on so we can go raid somebody. Oh, and actually, let's got some really cool cool news. So this is something fun that Zoe's Treasures is going to be doing. We're branching out a little bit. And up to this date, I've stuck with all vintage decor. We are now moving over into children's books. We're still doing this, but we're going to also add children's books. And we're doing a story time. So if you have little ones, every Wednesday night, I already have a bunch of shows scheduled. We're going to be doing a half hour of story time. We also have Milo the Frog, who will be helping us out with our stories. And then on Friday nights, we're going to be selling our books, our children's books. So the bin will be available on Wednesday nights, and Friday nights will be the auction.
Hi, I'm Milo.
But come see Milo, bring your littles, and hear a story on Wednesday for 30 minutes. So go check those shows out. And with that, we're going to go find somebody to raid. I know there's a bunch of cool trains on. I appreciate you guys being here with me today. Please hang tight so we can raid them with a few people. All right, let's see who's on really quick. Let me just find a seller. All right, let's see. Cotton Cottage with a Granny Chic raid train. Let's go see Cotton Cottage. Yep, and we're gonna go raid.
Honey, what are you doing?
Nothing?